Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Play fake, Mariota. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This will be fielded at the 17. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. And the Titans He's going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, Charlie. It's just me and you. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Now Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a first down pickup of 8. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch QB jump.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 13. Check.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Great. Mike 5-4.
Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Foles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, got tight left, tight ends left. 4 down. 24 is the mic. Watch the slant. Say. Great. Easy.
On 2nd and 9, Foles. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
4 down. Check. Check the backer. Under. Check tight. 24 is the mic. Man, that's trash. Yes. 24 is the mic. Where'd he go?
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Sliding out of the pocket. Able to get away. And he's going to go down again. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the Titans, 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52. One.
Now Mariota. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Mariota now to Gabriel, middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 24. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
To throw is Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
24 is the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh, 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
From the 24, Foles. Open man right side is Shark. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A toss running left, Fournette. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Move. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Switch.
Going 5-3.
65. 24.
Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota is going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 36-yard
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Shit. 50's the mark, Echo. 50's the mark. All day. Mike's 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey. 50's the Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Let's go, Mike 50. Go. Let's get the ball.
To throw, Mariota. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We want it. Come to Mike. 24 is the Mike.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
13.
Time to the right.
Hey, Keaton.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Under.
Sponge. No.
Topper. Pick. Sponge.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch right. Here we go. Watch 7.
Turbo 64.
Man, I got you. No. Off.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
What's the run? Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Back to throw here. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Go. Tiger.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Black.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Hey, 4 down. Under 10. 10.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jarrell Casey able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Lambo is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go. go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tackle.
Again, it's Johnson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Let's go!
55. Hey, eat. Hey, tighten down.
Thick!
Alert 3.
What we got?
55's my guy.
22 jet bomber.
I'm going to run you over. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, silent one.
Single. Check.
Hey, Will.
6 man. Check curls. 24 is the mic. Hey.
Now Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Check four. 24 is the mic. Oh, yeah.
To try again after the sack. Foles. Conley's got it over the middle. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Set. 380. 12.
Watch time. Tight end right. Four there. Alert.
Down to hit.
Foles. And on the catch, Alfred Blue. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Foles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
12. Yeah, let's go.
Here's Foles. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. A gain there of 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. SOS.
Fournette running right. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Again, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Deuce.
He's back to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Man left. We got 4. What we got? Motion man. Watch 12. Hey, check 24. 24 is the mark.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They go to Johnson again. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's got room. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the